in commerce that going to serve an implied warranty that is movable. It can be transferred. It can be dealt with by usage of trade. Trading with, another. Just for as long as it's suitable, for as long as that crop has grown and, it's reached its potential. It's ready to be sold, ready to be
Wow.
dealt with.
Okay. I like the way you just put that. I like what you
Okay.
just said, transfer by way of, saying like it can be by uses of trade, exchange, like it's something, it's like a practice, like we're trading. I
Yes.
want to I want to practice. I want to be engaged. I want to be out here practicing trading these
Yes, like how
documents.
can I be engaged there, or how can I help y'all further y'all business by putting
Right.
y'all in position that y'all can use to help further the good, to help take this
Yeah.
further.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Because they're always going to say
Yes.
on an agreement, take it further. Let's take this further.
Let's take this further. Yes. Let's
So
continue
your
this. Come on.
right. So your interpretation to pay is going to be to help take it further for them,
Exactly. Exactly.
making the seller, obligated to the good and releasing us from any liability to it, but giving them something that they're obviously able to utilize.
Utilize. Absolutely. Something that they can use for their purpose.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So our
Absolutely.
personal property will begin to be their real property, which will be their financial asset.
Mm. Right. Because it wouldn't be personal property no more once you pass it along to someone else to use.
Right. And they always gonna make sure they make us aware of that. Like if now look, you ain't gonna have no claims to this if you do a balance transfer or anything like that, like it ain't yours. You don't got no claims to
Exactly.
this.
That's fine because I don't want to. I want you to have it.
I
I
swear
want you
to
to be able
God.
to use it. Go ahead, take the money, use it for yourself. As long as I'm discharged, I'm cool.
Right. That's the purpose of me doing it during your promotional period. Because I want to promote yourself. I'm not raising no harm on you. I'm not mad at you that
Hmm.
you might not be knowledgeable of this particular trade. Because as a seller, you don't trade. You just get goods suitable for trade. So that means I want
Exactly.
to ask you questions pertaining to my card, pertaining to my statement and its value so that I make it suitable for trade.
Yes. Suitable for you could so you can transfer to somebody else that can use it.
Exactly. So that is valuable to you.
Hmm. Absolutely. No, I feel. Oh yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you
Okay.
now. All right. So
So let's
number
get
two.
into one of the first merchantable things or about things that are merchantable that we must, have. We gotta have to be
A is
merchantable.
A. So to be merchantable. For it to be merchantable, it should pass without objection in the trade under the contract description. So,
So what we
uh,
described on that good, it must be able to be used in trade without objection.
mm, okay,
So that means
okay,
that it has to be in this correct form. So that when it comes to, the getting onto the market, that financial asset onto the market and being invested is not objected because it's improper or the cost isn't fair or just.
okay, okay. That makes sense. No, okay, I like that.
Now, if it can pass under trade without no objection, it's merchantable.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay,
notice
okay,
that these
okay.
are a bunch of ands at the end. And, 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 and. They like all of them. It's gonna check off your box of merchantability. So we could like make right now, if you taking notes, a merchantability checkbox. So that when
Mm,
you have your goods in your possession, you're able to check this merchantability box off for its trade.
mm. Okay. That merchantability. Okay, okay. I know. I see. Okay, I like that. I like how you just kind of said that. I like how you kind of connected the merchantability to that box, enclosed amount, that
The
open term.
clause next the description. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna fit it for our particular purpose.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That merch. Yeah. Okay. That merchantable box. I got it. All right. B. In the case of fungible goods, are of fair average quality within the description. So is this I'm gonna let you go ahead. I don't want to assume nothing.
So whenever you decide that you want to fill in the description because it has that
Hmm.
missing blank on there, that good now become fungible. Something that can be used for as long as whatever you or the description you put on there is fair. The quality, the amount of it, the description of it is fair. For as long as it's fair, then it'll pass and trade without objection based on the description. So you
Okay.
want to be very aware of the APR charge that you put there to
Okay.
describe or represent the interest.
Okay. Okay. I like
Because if
that.
it's not right, then
Because, like
it's
you
gonna
say, got to be reasonable.
has to be reasonable.
Got to be reasonable. Okay.
And
Um. Oh, and right.
right.
Okay. It's two things that got to happen. That and and are fit for the ordinary purposes for which such goods are used.
So it has to be fit for the purpose of trade. If we want to use it, it has to be fit for it. So that means that the description within that good that's fungible that we want to use for this trade, the description must pass without objection in order for it to be merchantable in
Right.
that
Right. Right. Right.
or on that market.
Mm. That means you just got to come correct with what you putting on that document.
Correct. Yes.
For
Yes.
real. It's like
Like
strict performance, like you said before.
strict performance so that you assure performance. For as long as you're using your negotiable instrument, it ensures performance, and your performance that is proper assures strict performance by the other, meaning that they will do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
For as long as it's suitable for its purpose in which that good is to be used. So for as long as it's suitable in trade and the average amount that you put on that good, the quality, the entire cost based on the description doesn't have any objection when it comes to trading it.
Mm-hmm.
You good. And
Another and run with it. Okay.
stop
And
and
run.
run. Comma. So run. Think about go.
So
Run
go
credit.
means okay. Okay. Go. What you say?
Running credit. Go. Run. Not stopping payment. Continuing.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
You're gonna
Okay.
see
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
in your
Yeah.
agreement like go rewards, go this, go that, so that you understand or be able to recognize its merchantability and that the credit can run on for a particular purpose for which those goods are used on the trade. If ever those fungible goods can pass based on the description of it, based on what the quality, how much it costs,
Okay.
it can run on, could continue, it could go.
Got it. That makes sense. I didn't. You know what? 'Cause I was thinking about the Monopoly. You know how like you go get to go.
Right. And collect. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Run. Yeah. So I was just like, oh, okay. That's why I was like, wait, what? Okay, but now it makes sense though. Like just go, run, continue, like pay
Yes.
it forward. Don't stop. Just keep going.
Keep it going within
Yeah.
different variations that is permitted by the agreement. So different APRs that is permitted by the agreement for such use. So that it can be
Right.
traded on the market at a fair average value, but from both seller and buyer, describing this promise and affirmation of its merchantability based on what's inscribed on that good. It can
Right.
continue.
Right. No, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that analogy. That's perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Where we at?
Of
Where we on
even
though? So I
kind.
guess we're at E.
You got to continue.
Oh, within the very. Oh, I thought you kept going. Okay, within
Right.
variation from the emergent.
All of that was just in there.
Damn. Wow. Okay. 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 All right. Let me go. All right. Of even kind. Of even kind. So damn. So that's a comma. So of even
hmm
kind. What would that mean? Be like
So even
just
so that type of good, that type of good, when we use the agreement, it has to be made up of two different variations. So goods of that kind, that run, is made up of two different variations, two different APR rates for its use on trade or of trade using that fungible good. So whenever
so
we're
when you say
dealing with goods of that kind,
So when you say it's made up of two different APR rates, are you talking about for the seller and buyer?
Right. Hmm.
Okay.
And
All right.
then that
Okay.
creditor will be trading it at, or will be then traded at the highest rate.
Okay. I got you. The highest. Okay. The highest rate once we supplement or
Come along
modify
and give that additional
it.
interest
Got you. All right.
is going to
Okay. So
determine the quality and the quantity within each unit and among all units involved. So that means there's going to be different prices and it's going to involve all of them once they have each unit completed with the different,
right.
varied APRs for the purpose of using that
Oh.
unit.
So that's kind of similar to like you were saying. There's an APR for purchases. There's an APR for cash
Yeah,
advances. There's an APR. So there's different APRs that got to go through each phase or something like that.
it does. Yes. So when
Okay.
we receive it, we have payment with the seller APR. We have payment with the seller's interest. Now, when we receive it, we need to include our interest. We see their payment, but what interest do we have to include on this document? And what APR in order for it to be suitable at trade? Well, they need to be
Right.
trading at about 16 point something percent when they get it because we know Navy Federal going to take about 2% out. So we need to make sure that the amount that we close is a smaller portion so that it goes along with theirs and is suitable for trade. So
Right.
together,
Okay.
all of the units and all of the prices that is involved, it makes sense for its use.
Okay.
The
That makes sense.
description.
That makes sense. That makes sense. See, I'm gonna
Good.
be honest with you. Before you pointed that out for me, I had no idea about. I see obviously I see the different APRs on the pricing chart, but I didn't, and I see that they are applied to different, the purchases and balance transfer. But it just never made sense, like from that aspect, you know. So, but yeah, I guess
And when
yeah,
we
it makes
see
sense
it on
now.
our bills, it's gonna be even better.
Okay, I
Because
got
we
you.
have to make sure that our model is suitable. And they're going to give us a sample to use. We just have to go ahead and complete that sample so that now we have a full model, an affirmation of the seller's promise and my promise. And that's going to be within the description of the agreement, the goods. And whenever we sufficiently and accurately and properly do that, then those goods are now suitable for trade.
Right. Okay.
So
Okay.
that means that the quality of the good, the entire cost of it, plus the numbers or the quality within it, it must be right, each unit. So among all the units, it can be involved together.
Okay. Right. Right. It makes sense. That makes sense.
So this is where you have amount enclosed or total amount enclosed. If you have amount enclosed, then you're enclosing a portion of that. If you have total amount enclosed, then they want you to involve all of the units.
All of the
And
APRs.
right. And tell them among all, what is it? What's your total balance? If they don't ask you your total amount enclosed, then they just want a portion. They just want to know what interest are you adding to this? What additional information based on the APR are you adding to the payment so that it can be used in trade?
Mm.
Because it must be permitted by a variable, varies different APRs. So that means it should be accumulated of different APRs and balances.
Right, 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 right. Oh wow, that's crazy.
And
No, it
it's
makes
crazy
sense what you're
right
saying though,
here.
because it's like it's right there. And it's like now I see why you're saying like, you want to do, go through this part first, then it'd be much a little clearer, when we read this agreement, because it's like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, I get it.
Because when
Okay.
you get there and you look at that, now you get to see that different. And now you like, oh crap, okay.
Yeah. See the
Cool.
variation, see all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
And
And again.